What if everything you were taught about the ancient pyramids was wrong? What if the greatest engineering achievement in human history was built not by an army of slaves, not by simple copper tools, and not over decades of brutal labor, but by a civilization so advanced that we still cannot fully explain how they did it? Today, we are going to go deep, real deep, into the sand, into the shafts, into the mathematical precision that has puzzled engineers, archaeologists, and physicists for centuries. By the end of this video, you will never look at a pyramid the same way again. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this is the place where we take the world's biggest mysteries and tear them apart, piece by piece, until we find the truth, or at least get uncomfortably close to it. Hit that subscribe button because we drop videos like this every single week. And trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming next. Now, let us get into it. Let us start with the basics, because even the basics are extraordinary. The Great Pyramid of Giza, officially known as the Pyramid of Khufu, was built around 2560 BCE. It stands approximately 481 feet tall, which made it the tallest man-made structure on the planet for nearly 4,000 years. 4,000 years. Let that sink in. The Eiffel Tower did not surpass it until 1889. That is not just impressive, that is almost impossible to wrap your head around. But here is where things start getting really interesting. The pyramid is made up of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks. The average weight of each block is about 2.5 to 15 tons. Some of the granite blocks used in the king's chamber weigh up to 80 tons. These blocks were quarried hundreds of miles away, transported across the desert, and then stacked with a precision so tight that you cannot slide a piece of paper between them. Modern construction engineers have been asked repeatedly, could we build the Great Pyramid today? Many of them say the answer is genuinely unclear. We might be able to do it, but it would take our most advanced machinery, our best logistical planning, and years of dedicated effort. The ancient Egyptians supposedly did it with ramps and wooden sleds. Officially, that is the story. But the deeper you look, the more questions start piling up. Take the mathematics for a moment. The ratio of the pyramid's perimeter to its height equals 2 times pi. Now, you might think that is a coincidence, but the precision required to achieve that accidentally is staggering. The base of the Great Pyramid is almost perfectly level. We are talking about a deviation of less than 2 centimeters across an area the size of 10 football fields. The 4 corners are aligned almost perfectly, with true north, south, east, and west more accurately than most modern buildings. The margin of error in the compass alignment is less than 1/10 of a degree. How does a civilization with no GPS, no satellites, no modern surveying equipment achieve that? Researchers have proposed theories ranging from stellar alignments to sophisticated water leveling systems. But none of these explanations feel entirely satisfying when you are standing in front of the actual structure. And speaking of things that do not feel entirely satisfying, let us talk about the interior. The internal chambers and shafts of the Great Pyramid have fascinated explorers since the ancient Greeks first documented them. The king's chamber sits dead center in the pyramid at a specific location that some researchers argue was deliberately chosen to be the exact center of mass of the entire structure. Inside that chamber sits a granite coffer, an empty box carved from a single piece of Aswan granite so hard that it would have required diamond-tipped tools to cut it with the precision it displays. And yet the Egyptians of that era supposedly had no such tools. The coffer is too large to have been brought through the passages after construction, which means it had to have been placed there during the building process. Think about what that means logistically. You are placing a massive granite box with extraordinary precision inside a structure you are still in the middle of building. Planning alone would be breathtaking. Then there are the shafts. The king's chamber has 4 narrow shafts, 2 on each side, that extend outward from the chamber at specific angles. For a long time, these were called air shafts, but they are too narrow and too precisely angled for simple ventilation. When researchers mapped their trajectories, they discovered that these shafts point directly at specific stars, Orion's belt, Thuban, and others that held enormous religious significance in ancient Egyptian cosmology. This was not random. This was intentional. Someone designed this building to interact with the cosmos in ways that we are only beginning to understand. Now let us zoom out, because Egypt is not alone in this story. On the other side of the planet, deep in the jungles of Mexico and Central America, the ancient Maya and Aztec civilizations were building their own pyramids. The Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan in Mexico, a city whose name means the place where men become gods, has a base almost identical in size to the Great Pyramid of Giza. 2 civilizations, separated by an ocean with no documented contact, built strikingly similar, massive pyramidal structures. The same basic shape appears in Mesopotamia in the form of ziggurats. It appears in Sudan, in China, in Cambodia. All around the world, completely independent civilizations landed on the same architectural form. Why? Was it simply practical? A pyramid is stable because it gets narrower as it goes up. Or is there something deeper going on? Some universal symbolic resonance that humans across different cultures and continents all independently recognized? Some researchers have pushed this question even further and asked whether these civilizations were truly as isolated from each other as history textbooks suggest. The theory of a lost civilization, a highly advanced culture that existed before recorded history and influenced cultures around the world, has existed for centuries and keeps gaining traction as new discoveries emerge. In 2013, researchers using LIDAR technology, which uses laser pulses to map terrain through dense jungle, discovered the ruins of massive ancient cities hidden beneath the forests of Guatemala. These cities were enormous, larger than modern Los Angeles, and completely unknown to mainstream archaeology. They had sophisticated road systems, reservoirs, and yes, pyramids. The ancient world was far more complex, far more interconnected, and far more advanced than we once assumed. One of the most provocative pieces of this puzzle is a geological study of the Sphinx. The Sphinx sits directly next to the pyramids at Giza, and for decades, Egyptologists have agreed it was built around 2500 BCE. But a geologist named Robert Schoch published research in the 1990s arguing that the erosion patterns on the Sphinx's enclosure walls were caused by heavy rainfall, not wind and sand, as previously assumed. The problem is that the Giza Plateau has not seen that kind of rainfall since approximately 10,000 BCE. If Schoch is right, the Sphinx is at least twice as old as we currently believe, possibly far older. This would mean an advanced civilization capable of monumental construction existed thousands of years before what we consider the dawn of human civilization. Most mainstream Egyptologists reject this theory, but they have not fully disproven it either. And this brings us to the biggest mystery of all, the one that ties every thread together. We do not actually know how the pyramids were built. I know that sounds like a bold statement. We have official theories. We have textbook explanations involving ramps and sledges and organized labor forces. But here is the truth. No two engineers agree on which ramp system was used. No ancient document exists that describes the construction process in detail. And every time archaeologists think they have found evidence of the methods, new discoveries complicate the picture. In 2017, a papyrus diary was discovered, the oldest papyrus ever found, written by a supervisor named Mera, who described transporting casing stones by boat along a canal system. It was a remarkable discovery, but it answered some questions while raising many more. The logistics of moving millions of stones, of achieving the mathematical precision that exists, of coordinating the astronomical alignments, these things remain without a complete explanation. What we are left with is something incredible. Thousands of years ago, human beings, our ancestors, looked up at the sky, studied the stars, commanded enormous resources, and built structures so perfect and so permanent that they have outlasted every empire, every language, every religion that has come since. Whether they had help from a lost civilization, whether they discovered principles of engineering we have yet to fully rediscover, or whether they were simply geniuses operating at the peak of human potential, the result is the same. The pyramids stand. They endure. And every decade, every new technology we develop, ground-penetrating radar, cosmic ray muon imaging, satellite mapping, reveals more secrets hidden within them. In 2017, scientists using muon tomography discovered a massive void inside the Great Pyramid that had never been known to exist. A hidden chamber, still unexplored, still sealed. What is inside? Nobody knows yet. The pyramids are not just ancient structures. They are a message from the past, written in stone, designed to last forever, waiting for us to become smart enough to fully read them. And maybe that is the most mysterious thing of all, the idea that the people who built them knew we would still be talking about this thousands of years later, still wondering, still searching, still unable to look away. If this video blew your mind even a little bit, drop a comment below and tell me which theory you find most convincing. Is it brilliant human engineering? A lost advanced civilization? Something else entirely? I read every single comment, and the best ones always spark the next video. If you are not subscribed yet, now is the time, because next week we are going somewhere even deeper into the ancient world, and you are going to want to be here for it. Share this video with someone who loves history or mysteries, because this is exactly the kind of conversation the world needs more of. Until next time, keep questioning everything. I will see you in the next one.